The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
So it's away we go then. So in 90 minutes we will be at exactly the halfway point of this season. Out wide to the right, chipped through, and he's cut it out. It's come loose. Now the pass. Looks like a good ball through. Now here's the through ball. He's got away. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Where to from here? No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Bourg-en-Bresse lost a tight game last time and are now looking to respond positively. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's making good use of his strength there. Just shot at goal! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's trying the shot. Looks to slip it through. He's gone for it! And another time! Bourg-en-Bresse, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Battles to win it back. And here's the chance to counter. Tries a through ball. Played back in. Well read, he sorted that out. Forward it goes. There really wasn't very much in that. Not far away from being a telling final ball.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. Aimed long and direct. And back to base. Gets it upfield. Floats one over. Shoots! They've scored! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Deadlock. And it's half-time here. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Not the most convincing of displays. They can certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
Already up and running for the second half.
Bourg-en-Bresse don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Tries to get it forward quickly, passes it through, and help's available out wide. Looking to shoot! Bourg-en-Bresse still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch. He's had a go! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, at the moment, their chances of getting back in contention look slim. They're not exerting enough pressure. Simple as that.
Looks like a good ball through. Looking to break out here. Delivers across. Massive leap!
Looking back on that, it was some save and potentially a big moment for the keeper and his team.
This could fall anywhere! Plays it out to the flank. Pushes it out wide. Bourg-en-Bresse couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Tries lifting it over. Cut out in the nick of time. Shoots! It is a fantastic goal! A finish of true class! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Oh look, the keeper didn't know whether he was coming or going in the end and he just got lost.
Bourg-en-Bresse look as though they're about to make a change.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other. Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
Steered out wide, swung in towards the middle, and they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Well positioned to make that interception, and that has put paid to that. Defenders on the back foot. Tries a through ball, and he's straight offside.
Oh, it would have been fabulous had the timing matched the pass. Pity.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Oh, great ball! Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. He's gone for goal! And there goes the final whistle. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Bourg-en-Bresse simply forgot to turn up with an attack, Peter, and that lack of cutting edge could possibly turn into something more serious for them.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And here we have Orléans against Bourg-en-Bresse. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
So it's down to business here. The start of this match marks the beginning of the second half of the campaign. And the weighted... and a header! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade. Orléans certainly won't want to look back and dwell on that. It was a good chance, though.
Passes it through. Threw himself at it, but he's got it cleanly. Forward it goes. Orléans were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Orléans were impressive in their last outing and brilliantly orchestrated by the manager.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
Tries lifting it over. He's left his man. Plays it in. Massive leap! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Yeah, early stages I know, Peter, but there's a show of forward thrust here. They're oozing belief.
Bourg-en-Bresse, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's had a go! Oh, the ball's come, he's gone for it! That is wayward. Aimed long and direct. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! There is the breakthrough! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
Orléans take the lead.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Gets it back. The referee's awarded a free kick. Forward it goes. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Aimed long and direct. Looks to dink one in. Tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Out to the left it goes. Tries a through ball. Chooses to go back. Lobs it in. Is it in? And another time! It's a goal! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Orléans grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And the action is back on the way.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done. But that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Now the pass. Turns and goes back. Looking to shoot. Looking to shoot! Hits it! They are rampant! Surely now, beyond all doubt. He was so alert to the possibilities there, great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. He's got the ball, has a hit! And he should have made it 4.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. He's having a go. Shoots! Tries to get it forward quickly. Played out to the wing. Now here's the through ball. Oh, just the goalkeeper. He's gone for it! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
He's got away. Can he finish? Stuck out a leg for a good challenge. Well, it's normally around now that the managers think about making changes. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Over to the left. Going through. Can he put it away? There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Goalkeeper's ball. He's having a look round. Spreads it wide. Now here's the through ball. And he's cut it out. So not long left in this now. So things getting still worse for the club amid this crisis of confidence. Timely intervention. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And the finish! Great football, shot and save. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Bourg-en-Bresse making 2 changes as we speak. Can he finish? It's in! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
All... So that's it. It is all over. Well, that is truly disappointing. It is a results business, and this result is worth nothing. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Bourg-en-Bresse could still be playing, Peter, and probably still be trying to score. It might just be causing some edginess to the...
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And our live game is Nîmes against Bourg-en-Bresse. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
So that's got things underway. Nîmes have statistically the worst defence in the league. Tries lifting it over. Bourg-en-Bresse were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Throw in. Aimed long and direct. Plays it out to the wing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Nîmes have come to the defence of their manager after he came in for some stick regarding some of his decision-making.
I think tactically he didn't make a good job of things for starters, and then compounded matters in trying to correct it. I only hope he's thick-skinned.
It's got in, and it is an own goal!
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment.
Nîmes got some help from Lady Luck there, they all count. A real chance to break. Tries a through ball. Who's he going to play in? Nice one too. Played into the middle. Forward it goes. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Aimed long and direct. Pushes it out wide. He's left his man. Goes for goal! And here's the chance to counter. Well, that had to be more accurate. Looking to break out here. He goes long, and that has been clubbed away. Out for a throw. Tries to get it forward quickly. Bourg-en-Bresse have it back and they can go again. Shoots! Tries to get it forward quickly. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Out to the left it goes. That's found its target. He's gone for it! He can pounce on that!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Gets it back. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Bourg-en-Bresse don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in this second half, they can't hold back though.
Bourg-en-Bresse have been doing a bit of soul-searching following that nasty defeat last time round. They need that to be right. He's had a go! Really well taken goal. A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Nîmes are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Nîmes grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
And it's been taken short. Oh, glorious footwork! Gets it into the middle, and he's there to cut it out.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Looks to dink one in. Plays it out to the flank.
They must set the right tone now and give themselves a foothold to get back into this. The next goal is key, and they've got to show the hunger and desire to score it.
Heads it! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Now the pass. Battles to win it back. Aimed long and direct. You would think the first substitutions would be coming up pretty soon. Tries to stroke it, shoots!
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Forward it goes. Passes it through. And a shot! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Big chance! They are rampant!
Unbelievable.
Surely now, beyond all doubt.
Are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Looks like a good ball through. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, he's a source of potential trouble, so tight marking just has to be done.
Looks to slip it through. Spreads it wide. He's made sure that that won't get through. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And now they can launch a counter. Another piece of really good defending. Tries to get it forward quickly. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Played out to the wing. And he's cut it out. Aimed long and direct. Now the pop has a hit! And in it goes! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Both sides did. The final whistle. Well, that is not the outcome they were after. A truly disappointing defeat. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. And our live game is Bourg-en-Bresse against Gazalec Ajaccio. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
So it's down to business here. Now the pass. Now here's the through ball. It's all a bit nasty right now. 5 defeats running. Clerc. He's having a look round. Dinks one in. Plays it out to the wing. That intervention was very necessary. Into the channel. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's made sure that that won't get through. Looks like a good ball through. Tries a through ball. Chooses to go back. Crosses it in low. It's a goal kick. Aimed long and direct.
Well, each team knows that they're still well below standard, and it's a question of which can find a way out.
Keeper goes long. And the weighted pass, massive leap! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
That's a poor kick by the keeper, he's just given it straight back. Forward it goes. How about a shot? And he's shown him a clean... And the finish! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Clerc. He's through, now is he in? And that'll go straight through to the keeper. And it's been taken straight back. Oh, he's broken through. Played out to the wing. Tries to get it forward quickly. Looks to slip it through. Puts in a cross. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. And it would take something pretty special to beat the keeper from this far out. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we're off again.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Steered out wide. Hoists it high. Out of play for a goal kick. Gazalek Ajaccio are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
Listen, there's just no hiding place, and it was refreshing to hear him admit to getting it wrong. He miscalculated, human error, we move on.
Now can he finish? Shapes to shoot! Pings it out wide, and he just whacks it away. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. And it's been taken short. Aimed long and direct. Played out to the wing. Now here's the through ball. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Out to the flank. Looks to drop one in, and he's there to cut it out. Forward it goes. Going through. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, they would seem to have made the right choice to dampen the creative spark here.
Lobs it in gently.
Ajaccio merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Long and high towards the flank. Played into the middle. In for a header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Veselinovic really could have done with putting that away. He was up like the proverbial salmon.
Cuts it out. Tries lifting it over. Oh, real chance!
Ajaccio showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now. Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Crunching tackle. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Gets it upfield. Passes it through. Now here's the through ball. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Aimed long and direct. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goalless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Bourg-en-Bresse certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So hello and a warm welcome to all of you worldwide. We're just waiting for the central characters to make their appearance and then we will be underway. The teams then, Bourg-en-Bresse against Ajaccio. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
So off we go then. Bourg-en-Bresse were imperious when the two sides last met. Has a hit! And it's a goal! And the game springs instantly to life. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Bourg-en-Bresse go ahead, 1 goal to the good. Tries a through ball, goes wide. Goes for goal! No mistake!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Shoots! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Coaxed out to the wing. In he flies! It's in! And they get themselves in front! Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
He had a choice of trying to volley that or get his head to it, and I'm pleased to say he took the right option. That's a great goal.
Bourg-en-Bresse get themselves into the lead. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's got away. Aimed long and direct. Out to the flank. Great leap! Harmlessly behind. Gets it back. Nice little chip. Can he score? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Loose ball, who's going to get there? Could move up a gear here. Now the pass. Cut out in the nick of time. Plays it out to the flank. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. He's made sure that that won't get through. Plays it into the channel. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looks like a shoots! Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Bourg-en-Bresse are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. They've played it short. He's having a look round. Shot at goal! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And that's been won straight back. Passes it through. Threw himself at it, but he's got it cleanly. Forward it goes. Looks to slip it through. Gets it back. Out to the left it goes. Looks to clip it forward. Goes for it! That is wayward. Tries to get it forward quickly. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. There is the half-time whistle. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Bourg-en-Bresse head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And we're already back underway here. Looks to thread it through. Aimed long and direct. A real chance to break. That's not going to make it. Out wide to the right. Ball's out on the left now. Into the channel. He's got options out wide. Up to meet it! He will be livid with himself. Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Goes long, done very well to intervene. That has put a stop to that. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Let down by a lack of accuracy.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Tries to stroke it through. Caught offside that time.
His anticipation is good, Peter, but his timing isn't. He read the situation and then went and spoiled it.
Well, it's normally around now that the managers think about making changes. He's had a shot! Saved only by poor finishing.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
So there's going to be another change here. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Hoists it high. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. And it's been taken short. Going for goal! Boots it to safety. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. It's a good-looking... has a swing at it! Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. Come loose. Well, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Now the pass. And now the finish. Hits one!
Ajaccio are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Hurtles into the tackle. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Played out to the wing. Gets up to head it! In it goes! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Bourg-en-Bresse take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win. And the weighted pass. Five minutes left on the clock. Played out to the right. Gets a good foot in there.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Passes it through. Has a shot! He's scored! Deep, deep into injury time! Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Ajaccio give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Bourg-en-Bresse need to hold on for a few more moments. Shapes to shoot! Bourg-en-Bresse look as though they're about to make a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Looking for a decent ball in. And that's it. Bourg-en-Bresse, winners by the odd goal. It really could have gone either way, but a win is a win. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, we're on the way. Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays it back. Passes it through. He has it out wide now. Promising cross. Goalkeeper's ball. Bourg-en-Bresse are cushioned by the confidence of a narrow win in their last game. Tries a through ball. Now the pass. It's got through and... Great tackle, he had to get that right. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
And he's cut it out. Bourg-en-Bresse have been caught cold a bit at the start of games recently. It's a trend they'll seek to buck here. Aimed long and direct. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? It's a loose ball.
It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them because it needs livening up.
Played out to the wing. He's slid it through. He's gone for it! It's in! There is the breakthrough! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
And that's been won straight back. Looks like a good ball through. Looks to slip it through. Pushes it out wide. Tries a through ball. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Ball is over the line. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Where to from here? Hit into the middle, shoots! Forward it goes. Over to the left. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He's left his man. He's got away. Now the pass. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Well played, he saw that coming. Passes it through, shoots! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Gets it back. And there is the half-time whistle. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're already into the second period.
Bourg-en-Bresse need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Another piece of really good defending. He's made sure that that won't get through. Bourg-en-Bresse, still this single goal behind. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah,
He's had a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Talk about singling someone out.
Peter, I can't stress enough the need to get to this fella quickly. They can save themselves a whole lot of hassle.
Hit long and direct. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. And through to the goalkeeper. You would think the first substitutions will be coming up pretty soon. Header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Looks like a good ball through. Caught offside that time.
Yeah, you'll have to practice a little more patience before deciding to run. It can make all the difference.
Well positioned to make that interception.
Bourg-en-Bresse showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Is it in? Really well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Are certainly a team that knows how to play their football as stylishly as you'll see. Tiki-taka at its very best, and they back it up with goals.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here. That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Bourg-en-Bresse have been given a penalty. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. And that's one back! Oh, dispatched with certainty.
You could feel the tension as he stepped up to take that, but it didn't bother him, and he tucked it away perfectly.
Bourg-en-Bresse get themselves back into contention.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
And he's on his way! Kings it out wide. Hoists it high. Up he gets! He should have put that one away.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious he's one of the biggest influences out there.
Into the channel. Decent progress down the left. Great leap! And that's been levered clear. Hits one!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness.
Gets up to head it! And in it goes! They have stolen level at the last! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
So all square with almost no time remaining. He's in, surely. Looking to shoot. He can pounce on that. He has done it. And surely now, that is that. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Two minutes to be added on. He's made certain that won't get through. There is the final whistle. Well, that is not the outcome they were after. A truly disappointing defeat. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
So that's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim. So a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly once all the pleasantries are complete. And here we have Lens against Bourg-en-Bresse. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
That's got things underway. Lens must be pretty concerned about this fixture pile-up.
Yeah, and when you've got fixture congestion, it only takes an injury or two and it can heap more pressure on a very difficult spell.
Lovely little display of skill, that is. Looks like a good ball through. Tries a header! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with. Well, the first...
Can he score? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay. Yeah, this has been pretty decisive, no doubt as to who the better side is.
Lens have been scoring with pleasing consistency. Goals in each of the last 5 games. Plays it long. Done very well to intervene. Lens were grateful to the genius of their manager last time round.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
Brought forward. What does he try from here? That intervention was very necessary. Crunching tackle. So what now? And it's JJ. Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, that's a waste. Played out to the wing. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
It doesn't take much sometimes, Peter. He has to adjust a little mistimed run.
Can't get the better of his opposite number. Looks to thread it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Lens just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
And he's onside. And it's JJ. Over it comes. And he's there to cut it out. Bourg-en-Bresse, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. JJ. Tries a through ball.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Goes for the cross. Aimed long and direct. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Plays it into the channel. Breaks on here. Corner then. Keeper has beaten it away. Now the pass. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Passes it through. He's got away. Keeps everyone guessing. Big chance. Looks to slip it through. Puts in a cross. Tries a through ball. What an adventurous run from a defender. And that's a throw-in. Shoots! Same again, same outcome.
Lens really putting a few chances together.
And we hit half-time, so both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Bourg-en-Bresse can be very glad that half-time came when it did. Poor possession and very little firepower means they need a serious pickup in this second half. No guts, no glory.
Tries lifting it over. Bourg-en-Bresse are looking to put things right here following their narrow defeat. Steered out wide. Driving on, a real charge here. It's a brilliant interception. Forward it goes. He's away! Looks like a good ball through. Fires it in low. Now the pass. Gets into some space.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Just brushed off the ball there. Out to the flank. Now here's the through ball. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Lens look as though they're about to make a change. And it's been taken short. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. He's got a chance from here, but not the kindest angle. And there's plenty of movement inside the box. Who's this aimed at? It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Tries to dink it in. Can he find a finish now? Gets it upfield. Gets it back. And now the breakaway. Plays it out to the wing. Could try cutting inside here. There's the delivery. Well read, he sorted that out. Battles to win it back. Judge. Passes it through. He's left his man. Now the cross.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product? Bourg-en-Bresse showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Forward it goes. Dangerous looking ball, but it's come to nothing. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Looks like a good ball through.
Bourg-en-Bresse merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Long and high towards the flank. Promising cross. Massive leap! Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the
this
end of
could
it?
still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Almost nothing left on the clock here. Well, the three-game winning streak is coming to an end, it would seem. 5 minutes left on the clock. Good idea, just poorly executed. Bourg-en-Bresse making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and As a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Can he put it away? Really well taken goal.
They'll kick themselves if that doesn't turn out to be the clincher. What a time to score.
He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Lens take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And that's well defended. Well, they could break here. Out wide to the right. He's in space and looking for options. Gets it, and now what? Deflected behind for a corner kick. Towering header! Could fall kindly. It's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Lens, added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Bourg-en-Bresse never quite got to grips with this game, Peter. They looked slow and cumbersome in trying to counter much sharper opposition. A very poor show.
So hello and a warm welcome to all of you worldwide. We're just waiting for the central characters to make their appearance, and then we will be underway. And our live game is Le Havre against Bourg-en-Bresse. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's the whistle. Going through. Ball's out on the left now. Le Havre were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Le Havre were on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Tries a through ball. He's got through. Hits one! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Yeah, but I really like that link-up there. I think something I'm sure they can work on again and get it right. Well, the first attempt hasn't quite drawn first blood, but they've got a slight edge.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. He's left his man. Tries lifting it over. Out of play for a goal kick. That's a poor kick by the keeper, he's just given it straight back. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Played out to the right. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Chance to shoot! Great tackle, he had to get that right. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Looks to slip it through, and he's cut it out. Tries a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Neither side yet able to find the net. Loose ball, who's going to get that? The ball's loose, and he's after it. Oh, glorious footwork! Played out to the wing, and he's onside. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Great leap! No, not the best of headers.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
So what now? Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now the pass. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Bourg-en-Bresse. Got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Bourg-en-Bresse are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Passes it through. Chance to cross here. They've scored near to half-time to give them a 1-0 lead. Lobs it in gently. Is it in? No mistake!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. Le Havre are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
It's come loose. Timely intervention. Aimed long and direct. And the whistle goes for half-time. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. Bourg-en-Bresse head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each, and the game right on edge. Bourg-en-Bresse get the ball rolling in the second half.
Bourg-en-Bresse playing well with shot at goal!
He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Played into the middle. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gets his foot in there.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Chip through. It's a goal kick. Aimed long and direct. Long and high towards the flank. Has a pop! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Dinks one in. Shoots! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Bourg-en-Bresse look as though they're about to make a change. Point-blank header! Sticks it away! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate, and we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Le Havre get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Plays it out to the flank. And a header!
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
Battles to win it back. Looks like a good ball through. Looks to slip it through.
Bourg-en-Bresse are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Big chance! He should have put that one away.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And the shot! This could fall anywhere. The shot's on! Forward it goes.
It's obvious that they prefer a greater cushion to sit on at half-time, but will they?
He's gone for it! Oh, that could cost them.
That had a lot resting on it, you know, Peter, and he's visibly cross with himself.
That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and if he's allowed time on the ball, it opens up a wealth of other possibilities. Bourg-en-Bresse are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Tries a through ball, and the flag has stayed down. Oh, good interception. Goes wide. Hoists it high. And there goes the final whistle. Bourg-en-Bresse are beaten. It is not the result they needed. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input. Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. And here we have Bourg-en-Bresse against Tours. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's the whistle. Tours were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. And the ball's come out! Can he score? Goal!
Listen, scoring early doesn't guarantee you anything, but the first goal was always important, and that's a terrific opener.
What about that, Jim Beglin?
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Tours grab an early lead. Good start. Forward it goes. Oh, flags up.
Look, he just has to read the situation quicker if he hopes to conquer that.
Bourg-en-Bresse are looking to put things right here following their narrow defeat. Lobs it in gently. Gets it, he's gone for it! Aimed long and direct. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Can he finish?
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
And that's a throw-in. Gone back to the keeper. Gets it upfield. Done very well to intervene. It's a loose ball. Tries a through ball. Hits one! Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Hits one! He's got away with one there. It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Turns and a shot! The shot's on! Too close for comfort. Looks to slip it through. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Now the pass. He's got options out wide. He could be in here. So what now? Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Plays it out to the wing. Looks to thread it. Is it in? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. He's gone for it! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Tour take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and any dozy attackers, and that's what's going to happen. You need to stay alert with this defence.
Keeper's got good distance on that. He's played him through. Going through. Can he put it away? Played it short. Another corner then. And it's been taken short. Played into the... And a header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Aimed long and direct. Charges in. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Has a look and plays it in. He's left his man. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And the second half gets underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Looks like a good ball. Shot at goal! Oh, it's there! The second half off to a spectacular start.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Passes it through. Pushes it out wide, and help's available out wide. That was always going to be the keepers.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too. Bourg-en-Bresse making a fresh attempt to release someone in behind from back to front, and this is something different.
That intervention was very necessary. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this
Has a swing at it! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Bourg-en-Bresse showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's...
Massive leap! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser! Oh, the cross was inch perfect, and the header unerring.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, look, Peter, who knows what's about to happen from here? I doubt this will be the final score, though.
Gets wrestled off the ball. Forward it goes. Who saw this coming? Bourg-en-Bresse are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. He's had a go! Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Cuts it out. Tries a through ball. Trout, he'll have a dip! Tries to get it forward quickly. Out wide to the right. Has a pop! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Up to meet it! It's come loose.
Tour showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Aimed long and direct. Well played, he saw that coming.
Merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Cut out in the nick of time.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Oh, he's broken through. So not long left in this now. So after 3 defeats in a row, just a few moments separate them now from long overdue victory.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Has a hit! And the follow-up! Yes!
Unbelievable.
And the comeback is complete! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. Goes for goal! Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
It is just a question of running down the clock now. So that's it. It is all over. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end. but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze them.